Hi, I'm Sachin Nene. Welcome to Methuen, Nicholson Stadium here in Methuen tonight. The Chelmsford High School Lions take on the Rangers of Methuen High School. This is another delayed version of CHS Football right here on CCTV. The Lions are coming off a 7-7 tie against North Middlesex last week. They're now 0-1. Meanwhile, Methuen Rangers won their first game 2 weeks ago against Saugus 23-20. And week against Danvers, they crushed them 37-6. So they're going to be a tough team to beat tonight. They're now 2-0. Last year, the game between these two teams ended in a tie, 28 apiece. If you saw the pregame show, you saw both head coach Bruce Rich and senior captain Tony Bletzis both say it's not going to be as high scoring as it was last year. Now, I talked to head coach Larry Klimas of the Methuen Rangers just a while back, and he said that they're really dependent on the running game. Brad Bashara, their star running back, had 149 yards last week on 17 carries. They don't rely much on the passing game. Derek Welby, 5 or 7, 160 yards. All right, here's Dan and Jeff with the game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nicholson Stadium in Methuen. I'm Dan Kachufas, and haven't been joined by Jeff Stanley yet. Traffic was pretty bad on 495 coming out here, so don't expect him to be here anytime soon. So what we have here is we have the Methuen Rangers versus the 0-0-1 Chelmsford Lions. And we have, to kick it off for Methuen, number 31, Brad Bashara. Today we're looking for a physical game, I think. Methuen has a reputation of being a very physical team. Back deep to receive it for Chelmsford is number 5, Chris Morris. He ran for 62 yards last week against North Middlesex. Morris is alone in the backfield as Bashara gets set to kick it off. Set to go, and the kick. It's a little squibber, picked up by number 87. Plowing ahead to about the 45-yard line, 46 maybe. Number 87 is Matt Coder, who takes the return. Coming out for the Lions, we have Chris Campbell, the starting quarterback, and played a great game last week against North Middlesex. He threw for 136 yards and ran for a few more. It's going to be Morris out over center. Two men split wide in the pro formation. Morris has the ball, and he plows ahead to about the 49-yard line, not quite to midfield, so it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards, 4.5, 5 yards. So already we see a good effort being put forth by the Chelmsford offensive line, and they did a great job last week. It's Campbell over center again. One man split wide to the top of your screen. We see number 10, Chris Campbell. It's number 30, John Kidd in the backfield with Chris Morris getting the handoff, and he slips a little bit, but he still gets 3 or 4 yards, and it's going to be about 3rd down and 1. So it was a good recovery by Chris Morris, the running back, excuse me. It looks like their spot, it's going to be about 3rd and 2 or 3. I thought he went down faster than I did, but oh well, it's going to be Campbell over center. 3 men in the backfield, no one split wide. They got 2 tight ends in formation. Handoff is to Chris Morris, is ahead, he powers ahead, and he's going to have the 1st down and about 1 more. 1st down and 10 from about the 44. Chelmsford looking like they're going with the power game. And last week they moved the ball pretty well. They had 280 yards almost of total offense, but they only put 7 points on the board. That's showing what penalties can do. Okay, it's going to be number 84 for Chelmsford. Tim Lyons split wide to the top. Eric Klein split to the bottom of your screen. Benton and Morris in the backfield. They hand off to Morris, spinning forward and ahead to about the 41-yard line. That's where they're going to give them the spot for about a 3-4 yard gain. It's be 2nd down at about 6. We have 7:56 remaining in the reporter. And while we have this moment, we'd like to thank the Methuen TV people for providing our stats, and we provided stats for them as well. Campbell over center. And Chris Benton taking the ball. And he's ahead for a couple yards. First carry for Chris Benton. He had 53 yards last week. That was on the passing end, and he only had a few yards versus on the run, excuse me. Campbell bringing it out. We have Lions split to the top. Clyde split to the bottom. Pro formation, strong side to the bottom of your screen. We have Benton, the fullback. The halfback Morris gets it, and he doesn't get anywhere as he's just tackled by a host of Methuen defenders, and not even can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down, and it looks like the Lions are going to be forced to punt. Morris staying out there, so they might be going for it. And it looks like Chelmsford's going to call a timeout, trying to get their play straight. It's going to be about fourth down and 4. We have a timeout. And unfortunately, Chelmsford has to burn a timeout. That's something they didn't have to do. The Methuen defense, starting defense at defensive end. Number 45, Brian Kineen, and on the other side, number 96, Ty Long. At tackle, number 54, defensive tackle, Pat Waldron, and number 66, Ken Pills. Number 60, the nose guard, Doug Coy. Number 25, linebacker, Jim Giarusso. 40, linebacker, Josh Bard. Other linebacker, number 57, Nick Calapi, as Chelmsford gets set to punt. Eric Mounsey on to kick. Long snap, Mounsey with the kick. It's a low kick, but it takes a bounce toward the sideline. And it's going to be down at about the 15, 16-yard line. So Methuen takes over. So coming out from Methuen, their starting offensive lineman line up. Their offensive line, number 54, Pat Waldron. Number 66, Ken Pills. They're the tackles. The two guards, number 60, Doug Coy. Number 75, Tom Kuchar. And the center is number 52, Steve Pellerin. Running backs, Brad Bashara, Josh Bard, 31 and 40 respectively. Quarterback, number 24, Derek Webley. The play, and Bashara is going to have a few yards, ahead for about 5 yards on the play. Second down at about 6. Coming up, we have Derek Webley with 2 men in the backfield, 1 man split wide to the top. Webley's going to keep it himself. He's around the end. He's got a few yards and going to be close to that first down marker, but I don't think he got it. Good blocking effort around the outside. Running out the starting lineup, 2 wide receivers, or actually 4 wide receivers that they'll use. Mike Giarusso, number 2, number 80, Kevin Doobie, number 23, Nick Urban, and number 84, Nick Slip. All 4 wide receivers in 2 at a time. It looks like we have Giarusso and Kevin Doobie in right now. Strong side to the bottom of your screen. Pro formation. It's trying to spread out the Chelmsford defense. And it's going to be Bard on the carry. He's not going to get much room. In fact, he's going to be tacked for a loss of a couple of yards. And it looks like Methuen's going to have to punt. It's going to be about 4th down and 3 yards. Number 29 for Chelmsford, Matt Holt. Back deep for the Lions.
Back to punt for the Rangers will be number 31, Brad Bashara.
And back deep to punt, Brad Bashara for Methuen.
Back to receive for Chelsea, 20.
The snap. The kick almost blocked by Evan Dunn. The kick is a very high one, calling for a fair catch is Matt Holt. And there's a penalty on the play. Illegal man downfield or illegal touching the receiver, something to that sort. It's going to be on Methuen anyhow. Illegal use of hands, it looks like. So going to move it ahead 5 yards from the point of the reception. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Lions from about the 46, 47-yard line. From the 47-yard line, it is Chris Campbell over center. Going to keep it himself around the end, looking for someone to throw to. The pass is complete to Coder, and he gets popped and taken down by number 29 for Methuen, Robert Mateo. And there's a flag on the play, and Coach Rich is mad. Oh boy, if we can only see Coach Rich now on the sideline, he's just... And they're going to move it back 5 yards because referee signaling that Campbell was behind, that was over the line of scrimmage already. Certainly was close, but I don't know about that one. So it's going to be a loss of down as well, and they move back a play that would have gotten them to about the 30-yard line of Methuen. Coming off the field, number 3, Jeff Fucarell. Coming on, number 88 for Chelmsford, Bill Ryder, defensive back, wide receiver. Timeout on the field. Seeing what's going on in the field. Anyway, it's going to be second down at about 15 from the Chelmsford 49-yard line. Rumor has it that Jeff Stallard is here, so I'll be joined by him shortly, hopefully. Campbell over center. It's going to be number 88 for Chelmsford. Bill Ryder. Down, and the pass is incomplete to Ryder. In and out of his hands. It's going to be third down and 15. Now Chelmsford has got to do something or else they're going to have to punt. Third down and 15. Number 84, Tim Lyons coming on, bringing on the play. Over Zach Hoover is the center. It's Campbell over center. Klein and Lyons, your split backs. Morris, Campbell dropping back to pass. The pass is complete and not complete, incomplete, as Lyons dropped the ball as he was popped. Didn't have possession of it, and the offense comes off and the punting team comes on. It's going to be fourth down at about 15. And it's going to be Monzi coming on to punt. As always, yes, it's Eric Monzi, number 19. He's a sophomore. No, it's Eric Klein back to punt this time. Second time Chelmsford has had to punt so far today. They only punted one time all of last week. Eric Klein to punt for Chelmsford, not Eric Monzi. Calling the signals. The snap, it's a good one. The kick is up. It's a long line drive. Number 80 for Methuen picking it up, and Ryan Farley wrapping him up, making the tackle. Great tackle by Ryan Farley. Also Danny Warshawski on the tackle. Number 80 for Methuen, Kevin Doobie, was the returner. It's going to be number 24, Derek Webley over center, long count. Webley's going to keep it himself. He flips to 31, and not very much room as Matt Holt is right there to make the tackle. He got maybe 1 or 2 yards on the play. Number 31 is Brad Bashara. .311 remaining in the first quarter. It's been a field position game so far, played between the 30-yard lines for the most part. Taking a lot of time in that huddle is Webley, the quarterback, and be careful they don't get called for a delay of game here. And that's going to be it. That's going to be a delay of game. We're going to move the ball 5 yards back. It'll be 2nd down and about 13 as they move the ball 5 yards back. Methuen took a lot of time in that huddle, and that's ultimately what killed them. And they didn't realize that they only had a few seconds left when they went to the line. Be Webley over center. Chelmsford defense moving around, trying to confuse him. The snap, Webley dropping back to pass. Oh, almost picked off by Dom Lacapo, the intended receiver, Bashara, number 31. Dom Lacapo had an interception that was called back last week due to an illegal man on the field, the 12th guy. And that certainly hurt as Chelmsford would have taken over on downs. Or on possession. Number 2, KP Walsh coming on for the Lions, and number 80, Doobie coming on for Methuen. Chelmsford looks like they're going with 4 guys in the line for most of the game. 4 linebackers. Warshawski moving in. Webley rolling to the top of your screen. Tripped up by number 87, Coder, and that's going to be a big loss. Webley didn't see Coder coming, and then when he did, too late, Coder got a hand on him, and it's going to go to 4th down at about 22. From what looks to be the 15-yard line, 15-yard line. 4th and 21. Back deep to punt is Bashara, who seems to be the do-everything man for Methuen. The snap high, the kick almost blocked. Matt Holt. It takes a Methuen bounce, and it's going to be down at about the 45-yard line by Methuen. Number 40, Josh Bard, on the down. 1:28 remaining in the first quarter. Chelmsford taking over. No score. Already it doesn't seem like we're going to have this 28-28 business we had last year, and even a high-scoring game the year before. And everyone coming back out onto the field. Campbell bringing his unit out. Offensive line for Chelmsford, Tony Bletsis, number 57. Center, Zach Hoover, number 64. Guards, Dan Leahy, number 52, and Evan Dunn splits time, number 51. We also have at guard the other side, we have Ron Rich, number 65, and tackle Eli Gumbakis, number 79. 2 tight ends on the line for Chelmsford. Fakes the handoff, Campbell does. He's rolling, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get about 7 yards, 8 yards maybe. Good spot. Campbell doing the wise thing, electing to take it himself, and he gets about 7-8 yards on the play. Methuen coach is not happy about something on the sideline. Now Chelmsford across midfield, and it's going to be 2nd and about 2 or 3 yards from the 47-yard line. 2nd and 3, less than a minute to go in the first quarter, 55 seconds. Campbell calling signals. Only one man. Morris takes it himself. He's going to be stopped at about the 46-yard line, 46-yard line, about there. 37 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Yo, the last game I seen, there's people over there jumping around.
Coming in is Matt Holt, number 29 with the play. And we see there's the good guys huddle. Zach Hoover out over the ball. Morris, 3 guys in the backfield. They're going to try to go for it from 3rd down and short, about a yard. Campbell across, and second effort, and it's going to be very close. I think they'll probably have to measure it. 3, 2, 1. Timeout on the field. Looks like they're going to have time for one more play. There is no time remaining on the clock, but remember, the official time is kept on the field. And they're going to measure it. We'll see what the spot is. And it will be a first down for Chelmsford, about 2 inches of the ball over the marker. So it's going to be a first down for Chelmsford. We don't know what's going on the field. It could be the end of the quarter or not. There's no time remaining on the clock, but second quarter action as they switch sides. Chelmsford just getting the first down on a hair's width play. Campbell over center. Benton in motion. The snap, there's going to be a flag on the play. Number 30 on the carry, that's John Kidd, a sophomore fullback. 5'7", 170 pounds. See what the signal is, and they're going to move it 5 yards back on Chelmsford, probably a false start. I didn't see what the indication was, but it's going to be a false start on Chelmsford, and first down and 15 as they do not lose the down. Coming off is John Kidd. It's going to be Campbell keeping it around the end. He's got a few yards. He's got about 7 yards.
Campbell picks up about 7 on the play. That'll bring up second down and 8. Second and 86. Second and 9. Nice job by Campbell. Also nice job by Brian.
I'm hearing rumors of a fire in the trash barrel in the ladies' room here at Nicholson Stadium in Methuen. Pretty nice little stadium. And Campbell's calling for a timeout. Timeout Chelmsford. That's Chelmsford's second timeout.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, all we have is timeout.
We have 9:23 remaining. It's going to be second down and about 8, 7, 9. Second down and 9, they have it marked on the scoreboard from the 44-yard line. Looks closer to about the 43. Handheld camera work today being done by Brian Williams, or Dan Sylvia now, taking care of that. Brian Williams had been earlier. And we want to give special thanks to Sachin Nene, who gave us wonderful insight on the field.
The athletes here at Methuen High School, it's an all you can eat and drink for $15 per person.
Chelmsford taking extra time in their huddle on the sideline. And the head linesman coming out to call him back. Still waiting on Jeff Stallard and wonder where he is. Campbell over center. Rolling out. Got time. He's going to take it himself. And he's got the first down and more as he's ahead to about the 30 to 28-yard line. Methuen wants a false start call on the Lions. And you know something? I think there just might have been some motion on the line. But hey, we're rooting for Chelmsford, so we don't care. '81 Ken Fielding split to the bottom of your screen. It looks like number 80, Jim Sopel, to the top of your screen. Campbell dropping. Oh, he pitches off to Chris Morris, who gets a few yards. Excuse me, that wasn't Sopel. That was number 88, Bill Ryder, on the top of your screen. They're going to lose about a yard on the play. It's going to be second down and about 11 from the 31-yard line of Methuen. That's number 98, 96, Tai Luong for Methuen that we saw, as Campbell takes the Lions over center. Pitches out to Morris. Methuen defender giving chase as Morris has got some room. He's ahead to about the 11-yard line. Great run by Chris Morris. Pretty good crowd here for Chelmsford tonight, and they're letting them know they appreciate it. Great run by Chris Morris. Exploding through the line, cutting back and forth, and getting a good chunk of yardage. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line, not in that 1st and goal territory. A score seems imminent for the Lions, but then I'll shut my mouth until it happens. It's Campbell over center. Morris is going to keep it himself. He's got a little bit of room, cuts back inside, and he's ahead to about the 3 or 4 yard line. The mark is going to be on about the 4 yard line, closer to the 5 yard line. They're not going with the generous spots like we saw last week. The referees, anyhow, they're not going with the generous spots we saw last week at North Middlesex. Campbell brings him out. It's going to be 2nd down and about 3 yards. The snap, the handoff to Chris Morris. He's ahead, trying to force himself forward, but doesn't look like he's going to get anywhere. Going to pick up a half a yard at most. 3rd down and short. Now this area is pretty hard to get, into 1st down territory without actually going into the end zone. So I'd say at this point it's either a touchdown or go for the field goal on 4th down. No score. 6:47 remaining in the first half. Campbell bringing him out over center. I backfield for the Lions. The handoff is to Chris Morris. Ahead. Looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Close to the end zone, but no signal from the referees. And they do get into 1st down territory as about from the 1-2 feet out of the end zone. Good power run by Chris Morris, and it looks like he's about as small as Ned Heslin was, but Chris Morris seems to have more power. And we have a timeout on the field. Chelmsford back to their sideline. We see the Methuen huddle on their sideline. We have 6:14 remaining. 1st and goal from about the 1 yard line. So we have Chelmsford bringing him out. Chris Campbell going to be over center when we go back. From about the 1 yard line. See beautiful camera work. Campbell on the carry. Ahead, it's going to be close. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. Campbell tried to power it in from 2 feet out, and the Methuen defensive line obviously didn't like that idea. Holt running back, he's going to take the play from head coach Bruce Rich. Yeah, it didn't seem like Methuen liked the idea of Chelmsford moving it into the end zone from the QB sneak. There's a nice shot at Chris Campbell coming out. Lone man in the backfield, Chris Morris. Taking himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chelmsford. Morris scoring his 2nd touchdown of the year. Doesn't look like there's any flags in the play, so it'll stand 6-0 Chelmsford. Huge hole being opened up by the Chelmsford offensive line, and so far they deserve a lot of credit for the running escapades of Chris Campbell and Chris Morris. It's going to be Mousy setting up to kick. To hold is number 81, Ken Fielding, who got the hold last week in their 1 PAT attempt. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. The score, 7-0 Chelmsford. Here we want to. I'll tell you a little bit about Nicholson Stadium. The lighting system here is beautiful, and as you can probably see it from our camera work, from our cameras anyhow. They look bright, and that's a good thing. It's the lighting system provided by Musco Lighting, and interesting fact, they're the same lighting company that has lights for the Chelmsford Volunteer Field. Okay, and we see the Chelmsford Marching Band. Did a good job last week and hoping for a better performance this week. The kicker is number 19, Eric Mounsey. For the Lions. Drums going. Here comes Mounsey. On the kick. It's a little spiral kick. Uh-oh! Ball down on the field. Looks like Methuen's going to take possession of the ball. And a brief scramble on the field. But it will be Methuen taking possession of the ball. It's going to be first down and 10 from what looks like the 34-yard line. Seems that Derek Webley, number 24, the quarterback, who is Derek Webley, seems to have a brother on the team, number 41, Alex Webley, and this is from Methuen High School. Webley over center. Chelmsford brings on the blitz. And not going anywhere much is number 40, Josh Bard, in the fullback position for Methuen. He gets a yard on the play, if that. Second down and 9. It's going to be from about the 35, 36-yard line. 5:07 remaining, 7-0 Chelmsford. Great drive put together by the Lions. Chris Morris runs it in for a 5-yard, for a 1-yard touchdown anyhow. Webley over center. Fakes the handoff around the end. And it looks like he was tagged for a loss or no gain or something like that. Whole slew of Chelmsford defenders in on the tackle. Looking like Mike Chusignant in on the tackle, and he's going to be coming off. Wachowski. That's the good guys, Chelmsford Lions. Brandishing new logos on their helmet, and they look great. You can't see them very well now, but they look good. Webley over center. Pitches out to Bashara. Around the end, not going to get much room. Out of bounds, little gain, if anything. And the spot is going to be for a loss of a half yard. It's going to be third down at about 10. It's Methuen coming on. Fourth down, Bashara back to punt. They messed up on the dial-a-down indicator. It's going to be Bashara back to kick for the Methuen Rangers. The kick is low. The snap is low, but it's a good kick. Holt chasing it back, and he's going to let Methuen pick it up on about the 17-yard line. So it's going to be first and 10 for the Lions from the 17-yard line. Coming out is the Lions offensive line first, as always. That's the Methuen defense we see on the field, as well as our caucus of zebras. Nice picture of the Chelmsford sideline. That's 33, Chris Pashoni hurt his back, so he's not going to be playing, unfortunately, anytime soon. Chelmsford marching band looking like they're going out of practice for halftime. Campbell over center. Chelmsford looking to put together another drive. Pitch out to Chris Morris, and he's around the end. He's got a little bit of running room, and he's ahead for 3 or 4 yards. So far, Methuen not doing a very good job of stopping the run. Chelmsford getting a good blocking effort by their offensive line, and they deserve a lot of credit for what they did last week also. Giving Chris Campbell a lot of time in the pocket, and that's why they passed for a lot of yards. And now Chelmsford looking like they're not going with that big of a passing attack. Campbell over center again. Didn't see who the ball carrier is, but getting up, it looks like Chris Benton. It's going to be third down and close. Third down at about 1 or 2. There's the Chelmsford Lions. Number 10, Chris Campbell, the quarterback. May be able to hear the bands warming up for their halftime performances. They're measuring the ball. It looks like it's going to be short. Unfortunately for the Lions, it's going to be third down and very short. Less than a yard, it looks like. We got third down at about a foot. And dun-da-da-da, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Stallard has arrived and he'll be making his way to the booth shortly. Campbell over center for Chelmsford. The snap. Campbell rolling out. Nearing the line of scrimmage. He's across the line of scrimmage. He's got a first down and a little bit more. So it's going to be first down as Chelmsford tries to put it into the end zone. 2:50 remaining. And Jeff Stallard has joined me in the booth. How are you tonight, Jeff?
You'd think there was a presidential motorcade coming through here with the traffic. I left Nashua at 6:15.
Traffic, sir, it was horrible, and Route 495 coming up here, it just absolutely horrible. Once you got into 213, it was all right, though. Campbell over center ahead, and he gets about 1 yard. Second down at about 9. So, Jeff, well, it's good to be back here for another year with you in the booth.
Dan, I really look forward to this. I apologize for not being here last week, but unfortunately, duty calls. If you don't show up to work, you don't get paid.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm entering that stage now, and, you know. So it's going to be Campbell over center. Fielding. Split to the top. Another receiver split to the bottom. Campbell looking to pass. The ball's tipped and intercepted. Number 29, Robert Mateo, intercepts the ball. 87, Coder makes the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Methuen. So as we're coming into this season, Jeff, what are you expecting? As we're coming into this season, what are you expecting for this Lions team?
Well, I'm expecting to certainly see an improved team. I know everybody's been working hard in the off-season, hitting the weights, the agility exercises, working on getting the plays down, getting ready to come out here and play hard. And I'm very pleased to come in here late to the game with a 7-0 Lions lead.
All right, we have Webley over center. Rolling out. McDonald giving chase. And it's finally Evan Dunn drives him out of bounds. He's got a pretty big gain, though, 6 or 7 yards. Chelmsford defense, though, has seemed like they've been strong around the end so far this season.
Well, they're definitely showing some good pursuit, Dan. Cutting down those angles, staying in their lanes. It's unfortunate they let the Methuen man out of bounds.
Webley over center. 2 men in the backfield, Bashara and Bard. Chelmsford jumps, no flags. Bashara keeps the ball. Driving him back, looks like they're going to have a first down. Looks like Methuen liking that outside run so far. Not very much time left in the first quarter, in this first half.
1:30 left to go.
1:30 left to go. Webley over center. Go with a pro set formation. Webley slips. And he falls at about the 44-yard line. Just an unfortunate case of losing his footing. Although it's not unfortunate from our point of view.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Second down and a long 17, it looks like.
Clock running down to about 44 seconds.
Timeout.
It's going to be a timeout called by the Rangers.
Dan, I'll tell you, I got here late because of the traffic, but what I see from Chelmsford so far, I like it. they're playing hard, they're hitting hard, and they're ahead.
They certainly are. They played well last week. I know you weren't here to watch the game last week, but they really did well in second down at about 17. Not very much time remaining in the half. Webley bringing him out over center. With one man alone in the backfield, but Bishara split to the bottom. You see him in the corner of your screen. Webley. Pass is going to be incomplete. Bishara down the sideline, and it's going to be third down, and still that same 17.
Don Campbell did a nice job getting in front of that. Could have been a shoestring tackle for the first down. Campbell basically got his body in front of it and threw off the Methuen receiver.
LeCoppel's done an excellent job this year so far. He had one picked off, but it was called back because of a penalty, and he almost picked one off tonight. Webley again over center. With Bard in the backfield, Bishara. And Bard keeps it. He's got room. He could go all the way, but he's going to be tripped up by Ryan Farley to about the 14-yard line.
That touchdown saved by number 15, Phil Kader for Chelmsford. Just getting in at the last minute to trip the Methuen runner up.
On the 15-yard line.
It looked to me like it was a good job of hiding the ball done by the Methuen quarterback, Webley.
Very nice done on the
26 seconds remaining
play
in the
action
first.
pass.
Bishara on the carry around the end and forced out of bounds. Chelmsford would probably like to keep the Methuen ball carrier in bounds, keep the clock running.
I would guess that would probably be holding on Methuen.
So the indication is 18 seconds remain.
And there's the officials marking it off.
That hurts. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Against the Rangers.
See, I'm wearing maroon and white. I didn't feel a thing.
Yep. So first down at about 20.
Timeout, the Rangers.
From about the 25-yard line. Timeout called by the Rangers.
24 seconds showing on the clock.
And we're staying with you and bringing you this game from start to finish. Kickoff.
Seconds left showing on the clock, Dan. We'll see what Methuen come up with out of their bag of tricks.
What do I know? That's why I'm up here.
Hopefully not much.
And how? Good night for football.
It certainly is. It's getting a little bit cool, but that's the way it should be for football.
I can't believe it. You got a long sleeve sweater on, and I'm dying up here.
He's done a great job this year catching the ball in the blocking.
Hey,
I
yeah.
always knew you were a cool cucumber. No breeze tonight. That won't affect the throwing or the picking. Just warm enough that the players can play in shirt sleeves without catching a cold. Beautiful football. Not like that night we had in Haverhill last year.
Oh. Bishara over. No, that's not Bishara. That's Webley over center. Dropping back in trouble. Evan Dunn. Giving chase. Completed out to Bishara. Got a little bit of room up to about the 15-yard line. Methuen quickly signaling for a timeout. And they get the timeout. 7 seconds remain. So it's one shot or nothing to the end zone for the Methuen Rangers to try to tie the score.
Very well executed screen on Methuen's part. That Methuen quarterback sucked the Lion defenders right in, and it's right over their heads to the screen man.
Timeout still on the field, and even the referees, they're in shorts tonight.
Just what we needed to do is see the zebra's knees.
Is there any way we can get, like, an X rating on these players, like, Fred Smirlis got for the Patriots, and, a lot of players have for not wearing their...
Just play the depositions during halftime. Of course, we couldn't do that. This is a family audience.
Unfortunately. Or fortunately.
And you just heard the horn section of the Methuen High School Marching Band.
All right, second and 11, ball is at the 16-yard line.
Webley over center, dropping back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Looks like he's got a man in the end zone. Incomplete, out of bounds. No flag on the play. Way past the goalpost.
It'll be time probably for one more play.
Clock stopped as a result of the incomplete pass.
Be a Hale Methuen.
Webley over center. Two men, Bashara and Bard in the backfield. Clock is down. The throw high, the end of the first half. 7-0 Chelmsford, their first lead of the season. What do you think so far, Jeff?
I'll just tell you, Dom LaCapo just saved a touchdown right there. I am just thrilled to pieces with the performance of this 1998 Chelmsford High School squad. They've got heart, they've got speed, and they're popping people.
Their secondary, unlike last year, their secondary seems to be the extreme strong point of their defense.
I can't tell you how happy I am about this, especially this early in the season. Things seem to be coming together, especially defensively.
Well,
So Gene Nene right here on the sidelines, and just a scoring summary for the first half. The only score was a Chris Morris second quarter touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown. All right, now I'm joined by Dean Thomas, Dean of the Hawthorne House at CHS. How are you doing tonight, Dean?
Very good. Nice night.
Now I saw you and the other two deans coming here today. Do you go to all the road games?
Yeah, we go to pretty much all the games, whether it's football, soccer, track, you name it. We go to most everything.
All right, so all sports.
Yeah, Chelmsford High School is really committed to all sports. That's why we have an all-sports booster club. A lot of schools, it's not like that. They play the sports against each other, kind of. And at Chelmsford, we think they're all important, so we try to support them equally.
So do you just look, or are you really a football fan?
I played football in high school. I like football a lot, but all the sports are interesting for different reasons, and that's why it's important to have a well-rounded athletic program. And Chelmsford's lucky because we have just about everything.
All right, and just a general question right now. How do you think the school year is going so far, this early?
We're really pleased. Things seem to be going very well. We were able to get a lot of the schedule conflicts straightened out before school started. And so when school got going, we didn't have a lot of changes and stuff. I think that made a big difference.
All right, that's Dean Al Thomas from the Hawthorne House at CHS.
Third quarter action. And Jeff, what did you think of the first half?
Well, from what I saw of it, I'm just absolutely pleased to punch. We saw Chelmsford High School drive the ball, Chelmsford High School stop Methuen cold, and their pass defense be where it was supposed to be at the right time. So I'm very excited about this.
Certainly doing a great job. This is the Methuen team that we see. Hopefully we can see our heroes, the boys in maroon and white, at some point.
Christina Yam and Mo had 20 saves in that game.
Chelmsford is going to kick off, it looks like, to begin the second half.
In a big contest at Andover.
Dan, I understand you were rumored to be a potential host for the Country Music Awards that just happened.
Yeah, but I couldn't get out to, where were they, Nashville?
I don't know where they were.
I don't know where they were either, but I couldn't get my plane reservations all pinned down for that, so I couldn't get out there.
19, Eric Mounsey setting the ball up to start the second half.
The big country music fan, Trisha Yearwood and Leanne Rhymes and those people.
I'll tell you, I love Gar. Alan Jackson. Eric Mounsey. Oh, he's our kicker. He's not a guitar picker. He's a kicker. And he's set up and ready to go. Here we go, Dan.
Set up with Bashara back deep. And looks like the kick is going to get to Bashara, taking the ball. Got a little bit of a seam up the middle, but Warshawski flattening him a little bit about the 31-yard line.
Dan, I'm sorry.
And even the special teams has been playing well for Chelmsford.
That's real good. Dan Warshawski putting the boy in the dirt. And looks like Methuen will have the ball first and 10 at about their own 33-yard line.
But there's a flag on the play.
Oh, it's going to come back. Probably an offside against Chelmsford, I would guess.
Yeah, so that's going to be, what's that, a 5-yard penalty from kickoff?
Yep, 5 yards. That's not a good way to start the second half, gang. That's all right. These are our Lions, and they'll overcome it.
Kickoff team coming back onto the field. 16, Ryan Farley. We're seeing in the front. He's made a couple of big stops for the past 2 games.
Once again, Eric Muncie will be kicking.
This gives Muncie a just second chance to get maybe a little bit deeper kick. But not really. You can almost feel a breeze up here in the press box, but it doesn't look like there's any air moving down in the field. And he'll give Warshawski another chance to put a big stick on somebody.
Yeah, I love the imprint of a train for the rest of the week. So it's going to be Mounsey to kick. Well, we have this spare moment. We're going to say the Chelmsford freshman team beat the Methuen freshman team 20-8.
Oh, good for them.
It's a low line drive kick taken by number 25. And he's got room up the middle and taken down from behind as he gets just across midfield. That's number 25, George DeJesus for Methuen, taking it across midfield.
And the tackle made by number 40, Chris Benton, for the Lions, along with Mounsey, the kicker. Boy, it looked for a minute kind of scary there. It looks like he had a seam up the middle of the field and running for a nightlight.
Certainly did.
I'd say daylight, but it's a night out. Get it?
Yep.
I know it's early and I'm late. But.
So it's going to be Webley. Sounds like some kind of bird, but
like a tennis game or something. Place to play.
Webley over center. Hands it off,
guys.
To Bard on the handoff. And on the tackle is Coder, Dunn, Warshawski, and Lacapo. 4 Chelmsford defenders in on the tackle.
I think we said too many nice things about the defense opening the second half, because that was a hole big enough to drive a presidential motorcade through. In fact, that hole was so big you could have driven a presidential truth through.
Would they have been carrying any cigars?
Looks like the ball's going to be down on about the Chelmsford 26-yard line. 9:25 left to go.
Webley over center with the same 2 guys in his backfield, Bard and Bashara.
They're going to go delay a game, I bet. Yep, delay a game. Methuen, number 23. Do we have any idea who that might be, Dan?
Number 23, that's Nick Urban.
Nick Urban, number 23, came out to the home sideline and then went back to set up as a wingback and then went in motion. And I think Methuen just wasn't quite sure where he was supposed to be. And that'll cost them 5, so it'll be 1st and 15.
That's actually their second delay of game penalty of the game.
Huh, no kidding. I
First
say that
one,
because I have nothing else to say.
First one of the second quarter, Webley took way too much time in the huddle. As he set over center with the same 2 guys in the backfield, Urban in motion toward the top of your screen. The snap. Hand off to Bard. The ball is loose. Oh! Chelmsford recovers the ball, it looks like.
All right, a nice stick down there. I kind of peeking around the press box corner here. Didn't see who made the tackle, but
I didn't see who made the tackle, but Lacapo coming up with the ball.
Capo, another fine play, heads up, covering that fumble up. That'll give our own boys in maroon a 1st and 10.
This might be the turnaround that Chelmsford needs. It's going to be from about the 16-yard line.
Dan's got better eyes than I can. You can see the odd marker from here.
That's because I'm sporting glasses this year.
And fine-looking pair they are.
Oh, yeah, nothing but the best. All right, we have Campbell over center. Handoff is to... No, Campbell fakes the pass. It's going to be complete to Coder.
Coder was wide open. 3 steps on the defender. And,
it's actually Matt Coder. For some reason on the roster listed as Mark Coder.
Coder with the reception. That'll give the Lions 1st and 10 on about their own 32 or 33-yard line.
So moving it out of that danger zone at least. 2 men split to the bottom of your screen. It looks like Holt and Ryder with 2 men in the backfield. Benton gets the ball.
Nice call.
With Benton countering back and ahead for a couple of yards.
Campbell fakes up the pitch and hands off on the counter up the middle, and the Lions pick up a nice gain. Looks like about maybe 6 yards.
Klein coming in for the Lions. Number 6, he's splits the punting duties with Eric Mounsey, and he's split to the top of your screen. You see him there. Two guys in the backfield, Benton and Morris. The pitch is out to Morris. He's got a block, but he's in a little bit of trouble, and he's got the first down and more ahead to about the 47-yard line.
You know, I just saw something very pretty, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did Chelmsford's blocker get out and get in front in time, but the Chelmsford back hit the defender at the proper attitude, protecting the ball, and is actually able to drive the defender for another step and a half. That's when your offensive run is really clicking.
This offensive line has been doing a great job for Chelmsford so far. Both games we've seen them play so far. Two guys in the backfield with Holt offset.
There's that counter play again.
To give us to Benton, and he's going to be just across midfield to about the 49-yard line.
Benton, with a third effort, will pick up about 5 yards. He's just inside Methuen territory on the tip of their 49-yard line, rather. Nice effort by that young man.
Benton's a tough kid. He had 3 receptions for 53 yards last week against
Chelmsford's a tough time. We're not some rich namby-pamby community, you know. It's for all you folks in Andover.
We have Campbell over center. Same backfield. Pitch out to Morris. Getting a block. And he's ahead for a few yards. Morris has been doing an excellent job of protecting the ball.
Well, that's definitely a dangerous situation right there where he's running wide. And he had some blockers out in front, but Drake was able to shift their defense over to cover, and the blue shirts outnumbering the Chelmsford blockers. It's easy to lose a ball to a fumble when you're on the end around because oftentimes you're not protecting it with both hands, but a nice job done by the ball carrier.
Campbell over center, who is Zach Hoover. Campbell's going to take it himself. He's got
go!
Ahead to about the 31, 32-yard line. Great run by Chris Campbell. Gets at least 10 yards. Campbell very deceptively fast.
Chris Campbell with the quarterback keeper. And, you know, Dan, for a minute we weren't quite sure who had the ball. And this, you know, Campbell's running wild like a scalded deer in the Methuen secondary.
Campbell is 6'0", so he's a couple inches taller than J.D. Deloche, so he's actually faster than Deloche, but doesn't look it because his strides are so long. As the counter play to Chris Benton. On the carry, he gets 1, maybe 2, 3 yards on the carry.
That's where you see, you know, the dangerous thing is to lose the ball now. Chelmsford's got momentum, they're driving. But the way he's swinging that ball around like he's got a loaf of bread there is a dangerous thing to do. He's got to tuck that in and lower his shoulder.
Tim Lyons, a wide receiver, coming on for Chelmsford, and he'll be split to the top side of your screen. Benton and Morris in the backfield. And there's a flag on the play.
My guess is that's going to go against our home team, our Lions.
False start, illegal procedure or whatever it's called. And then move the ball back 5 yards. Did you happen to see what the infraction was?
My guess is one of the linemen wasn't set. Or one of the backs. You have to be set for, I think it's 2 seconds before the quarterback. Everybody has to be set and stop moving before the quarterback can receive the snap.
So Chelmsford with the ball, they're at about the 35-yard line.
So about 2nd and 13.
Campbell over center. Lone man in the true backfield is going to be Morris. He loses the ball. Campbell falls on top of it. And we saw that happen last week also. Campbell lost the ball on the transfer.
Well, that's going to happen occasionally, especially when we're putting together a new team like that, and it's early in the season. The important thing is when the ball does get loose is to have the presence of mind to know where it is and cover it real quick.
LaCapo and Fielding in tight. He's going to be set up as the tight end. 2 tight ends on the field with Fielding. The snap, Campbell looking to pass. Oh, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Fucarello, who came in as the tight end.
That'll bring up fourth down for the
My goodness, you hate to see that happen. In and out of the hands of the receiver. Just would have been a first down, kept the Lion drive going, and oh well.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Is Campbell remaining on the field?
Well, it's fourth down and about 13. The ball just on the inside of the Methuen 35-yard line. You know, unless there's a turnover, this is as good as a punt anyway, because it's probably going to be a touchback.
True. Campbell over center, the snap, dropping back to pass, in trouble. Campbell scrambling around the end. He's got some yardage ahead. He's not going to get the first down, but Methuen's going to take over just inside their own 25-yard line.
Chris Campbell, the quarterback, trapped on the Methuen hash mark and able to come back around the end. Just a valiant effort on his part. He almost picked up the doggone first down.
Certainly did. Number 96 for Methuen, Ty Luong, coming off the field limping very badly, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain down there on the sideline. It's number 2, Michael Giarusso, coming on. He's a wide receiver, and along with Kevin Doobie is their tandem of wide receivers. 2 guys in the backfield. Doobie in motion. Chelmsford jumps. So does Methuen. See what the call is. Offsides on Chelmsford. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
All right, this is where we've got to tighten down. Mental mistakes can absolutely kill us. It's only 5 yards in this, so you know you gotta stiffen up, take the penalty, get ready for the next snap. But you can't have these mental mistakes. It's 5 yards at a time. Before you know it, it adds up to real yardage.
75 yards last week.
Oh.
Webley over center. Barden, Bashara in the backfield. With Doobie split and Giarusso split. Long count. Webley pitches to Bashara. Flag down on the play. Might be a holding penalty.
I guess it's either going to be maybe a holding or a block, a legal block, maybe block in the back. Illegal block on Methuen, cutting. Well, I don't know what they call that nowadays. It would probably be called the clip back when I played. It's really expanded the rules as to what you can and can't do as far as blocking outside of the trenches.
So that moves it back 15 yards. So it's going to be still first down and 20.
That's right. Keep it short. We want Methuen to keep it short, so they'll be giving the ball back to our Lions just as soon as possible.
I'd like to see a fumble right now. Good to see Luong on the sideline getting up and walking around for Methuen. It'll be Webley over center. Rolling out to pass. Fires complete to Bashara. Eddie, great second effort ahead for a few yards.
Running down to about 2:45 left to go in the third period here in Methuen.
Chums are setting up the blitz. Bashara ahead. He's not going to get much. The scramble. Here's the ball may have popped loose, but I don't think so. Looks like they're going to be short by about 2 yards.
Methuen with the handoff to the I-back, just bringing up a very close situation. Not close enough to measure, though.
This is about 3rd and 2. Marked on the scoreboard is 3rd and 2 with a 2:15, or about that, 2:10 now remaining in the quarter. 7-0 Lions. Webley bringing him out over center. Number 23, excuse me. Nick Urban. Flag down on the play. Getting some room.
Don't get carried away, Methuen fans. I think that one's going to come back.
Methuen coaches are not happy.
Well, they shouldn't be.
Deservedly so. Penalty on your own kids. You never want to get happy. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. They bring it back. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 or 7.
Now that's what happens. Mental mistakes just cost Methuen a first down. Oh well. I'll lose sleep over it next week.
Giarusso and Doobie, the wide receivers. Doobie to the top, Giarusso at the bottom. 2 guys, Bard and Bashara, in the backfield with Webley over center.
Pass, come on, pass! Get it!
Webley in trouble! And taken down by number 85, Jeff Smart. Number 95, excuse me, that's Eric Asquith. First-year football player. He's a senior, though.
All right, Mr. Asquith. In his rookie year with the Lions.
4th down, it looks like 11 they're going to mark off.
Bashara back to punt for the Rangers.
Under 1 minute, 58 seconds. Bashara back to kick the ball for Methuen. That's the team we're playing. And Matt Holt back deep. And he's done a good job punting so far, and that one's a good kick.
Let it go, let it go.
It takes a Methuen bounce, and it's going to roll to about the 33-yard line before it's down by number 44, Methuen, Josh Bard.
Well, a fine defensive effort by the Lions there. Helped out with some mental mistakes on the part of the Rangers. And Chelmsford's still holding a 7-0 lead, so you can't argue with that.
Certainly can. A 7-0 lead. That's going to be first down for the Lions. From about the 33-yard line, it looks like. Looks like Fielding coming in as a wide receiver. And also, I'll split to the bottom of your screen, Bill Ryder, junior wide receiver. The snap. Campbell dropping back to pass. He's got some time. Now he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Here's the pass downfield. Knocked away.
A tremendous effort on behalf of number 88 for Chelmsford, Bill Ryder. Ball was underthrown. Campbell was under a tremendous amount of pressure. The Methuen defender had a clear shot at interception. Ryder came back and slapped it away at the last minute. That's being heads-up football, even though you can't make the reception.
That's number 29, Robert Mateo, that made that play. Campbell over center. It's 2nd down and 10. Same set in the backfield. Looks like Klein split to the top. Morris gets the pitch outside, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss of 2 or 3 yards.
Well, unfortunately, I think Methuen's got that play pretty well figured out right now.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's going to bring up about 3rd down and 13 for the Lions again.
Looks like another passing situation.
If he's going to throw, the offensive line is going to have to give him the time to set up. When he sets up, he seems to be very accurate. But under pressure, anything can happen, and usually bad.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score 7-0 Chelmsford.
And Dan, I think, I'm not sure, but I think I hear the Chelmsford High School Band playing.
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, the Chelmsford High School Band songs have been few and far between so far tonight.
But I'll tell you, they sound pretty good.
They did. They had put on a great show at halftime, as we see them right there in back of the Chelmsford sideline. Doing a great job so far under the direction of drum major Melissa Gonsalvo and band director Mark Branco, assistant director Mr. Eric Linzer, and percussion instructor Ron Tayebi. Mark Branco was my music teacher in 8th grade at McCarthy Middle School.
You're showing your age, my lad.
Campbell over center, dropping out, rolling. Got some room to run, and it looks like he's going to get to about the 43-yard line. Not quite enough for the first down, so it's going to be 4th down.
I expect that the Lions will kick this time, Dan.
Looks like the kicking unit getting ready to come onto the field. And Chelmsford is going to call a timeout, unfortunately. So they waste a timeout. Campbell and the rest of the Lions go to the sideline, as well as the Methuen Rangers going to the sideline.
The senior captains this year, Miss Diana Delano. Also, Miss Misty Mutron.
Methuen band sounding good already, too.
Yeah, they get in with that kind of bass tone thing going, rattling the grandstand, kind of building up that momentum. Unfortunately, they're building it up for the wrong side. Nice job, Gary.
Yeah, they're wearing the wrong colors. What's up with that? Concrete bleachers here at Methuen Nicholson Stadium, but they're small. It looks like it will. It will be Klein back to kick for the Lions.
Well, it's a very well-maintained stadium here. It's nice and clean. Everything's freshly painted. It's not like being at home, but it's not that bad.
Robert Mateo and number 80, Kevin Doobie, back to kick. The snap is a high one. The kick is up. It's a poor kick, a little bit high and wobbly, and it's going to be down.
Not one of Klein's better efforts there. Well, that's all right. I know he's trying hard, and he'll do better next time.
Down by Andy Fleming. Looks like he's staying in.
Did you say Amy Fleming?
Andy Fleming.
Oh, Andy.
Andy, yes. Number 11 for Chelmsford.
Must be this headset.
4941.
Yeah, I was having problems with it earlier. That's why I'm not using it.
4941.
Webley over center. Gardner Bashara on the backfield. Pro set. Strong side top.
Pass!
Webley
pass.
dropping back. In trouble. Screens it out to Bashara.
Oh,
tackle
you hear
made.
that? Some popping
Wow.
going on down there.
Second down and 8.
It looks like Bashara is feeling that as he's a little bit slow getting up.
Heck, I felt it up here.
Ouch.
They
They only get about 2 yards on the screen. About to the 47-yard line, it looks like. See the Chelmsford huddle. That's 87 Matt Coder, not Mark Coder as your program may say, but Matt Coder. And there goes the Chelmsford band again.
All right, sounding good.
Loud and clear all the way out here. Webley over center. Dropping out to pass. The pitch. A flag on the play.
I don't like the way that flag was thrown. All right. Looks like it's going to be holding.
Illegal use of hands.
Well, anything against Methuen is okay.
Certainly is. That could bring it back. 5 or 10. If it's a holding 10.
You know, they might almost be better off to decline the penalty and take it and bring him into third down and 8.
That might be a smart thing to do. They're going to move it back. I believe 5 yards from the point of the infraction.
It almost looks like it's going to be second and forever here.
Second, it looks like about 21, 22 yards.
While we're taking this break, I want to congratulate a dear friend of mine, Jim DeProfio, Chelmsford High School class of 1980, who's now the head coach at Lowell Catholic. Certainly wish him the best of luck this year.
Certainly do. It's going to be Webley over center, same backfield. They're even Webley dropping back to pass. He's got a man open.
Screen.
It's barred.
Boom.
He's hit hard. Evan Dunn on the stop.
Again, the Chelmsford High School defense doing a very good job of reading the screen and making sure that the people that need to be there are there and making the tackle back inside the Methuen backfield.
Evan Dunn, number 51, is a sophomore. You see him on the left side of your screen. He was up with the varsity team last year, dressed for him, one of the 2 freshmen that did. And he's just done an outstanding job so far this year against North Middlesex and now against Methuen. Webley over center. Man in motion is Doobie. Hands off to Bard, the up back. And he's ahead for a few yards. 4th down and
I
about
believe the
6
word
miles.
you're looking for is forever. But 6 miles will do.
6 miles, it certainly will.
40 miles of bad road.
It's going to be number 31 back to kick for Methuen Rangers, Brad Bashara, and it's going to be Holt back for the Lions.
Nice
And
kick.
he's going to take it himself, trying to cut to the outside and not going to get any. end, we have Campbell bringing out the Lions over center with Benton and Campbell, Morris in the backfield. Morris takes the carry, and he's ahead for 2 yards.
Actually picking up a yard from the point he was hit, the Methuen defender driving him forward. We'll take that.
Looks like Chris Morris so far this season. He's been a good second effort running back.
Well, I'm very impressed. He's running in that chunks of tradition of square shoulders, north to south, not spending a lot of time running uselessly back and forth between the sidelines.
Campbell again over center. It's number 88. Ryder splits for Chelmsford. Campbell looking to pass. The pass is up and incomplete. Intended receiver, Matt Coder.
Campbell doing a good job that time to set up and get the ball off under some pressure from Methuen. Actually, when he went to set up, one of the Methuen defensive linemen slipped his block and all of a sudden found himself right in front of the quarterback.
Chelmsford offensive line so far, though, for the most part, has done a great job. Returning starter Tony Bledsoe, number 57, you see there. That's number 65, Ron Rich, sits in front of me in Spanish class.
Okay. A little Spanish lingo for you there, Dan.
It's me, Klein, split to the bottom of your screen for the Lions. 2 backs in the backfield. They hand it off to Benton, and he's not going to get very much running room. Looks like the punting unit is going to come on for Chelmsford.
Well, he fooled me, but apparently not the 11 blue shirts that are down in the field.
Timeout. The Rangers.
Methuen calls a timeout with 5:52 remaining.
A team called the Rangers. I wonder if, if you were teasing one of your friends in one of the athletic teams, you say, hey, Power Ranger, or hey, Rescue Ranger, or hey, Ranger Rick,
or who are you rooting for, the Angels or the Rangers?
The Lone Ranger? Do they call the band director the Lone Ranger?
Quizás.
These are questions inquiring minds don't want to know.
Tony Bledsoe helps his aunt run that restaurant. Klein back to kick for the Lions. Giarusso and the kick is blocked.
Oh, this is a nightmare that's happened for the Lions. This is a thing punters have nightmares over, and Methuen blocked the kick. Ball downed on the Methuen, call it the 21-yard line. Excuse me, the Chelmsford 21-yard line.
That was great job, I think, of the Methuen guys at getting through the offensive line, but that offensive line for Chelmsford really needs to step it up.
Okay, here comes our Lion defense. It's going to be up to them to turn the tide now.
It's going to be Bard on the carry, ahead for about 1 or 2.
I think 2 might be generous, but be one of them new fancy meters that they're trying to get us to use. All right, that's okay. 2's okay.
Webley over center. The handoff is to Bard.
All right,
head for another couple. 3. That's 3rd down now.
All right, the Lion defensive line stiffening, just pummeling the Methuen running backs. In the 2 plays, they picked up perhaps 3 yards.
Now, do you think Methuen can try for a field goal from this deep out?
Honestly, if their punter is any indication of their kicking team, it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
The pitch is out to number 31, Bashara, and he's ahead across to the 13-yard line, it looks like. Going to be close to a first down, but I don't think so. Probably a couple yards short.
Chelmsford defensing that well, missing the first opportunity for tackle, the quarterback getting the pitch off, but still Chelmsford defending well.
4th down. Now this is a big play for the Lions, for both teams. Does Methuen go for the field goal? Probably not, down by 7 points.
It looks like Methuen's going to go for it.
4th down, about 3. Methuen crowd starting to make some noise as they set. Webley over center.
I'd watch that pitch to the left or to the Chelmsford side.
Webley up the middle. Looks like he's going to get the 1st down. And a little bit more. How do they get that big of a hole up the middle for the quarterback? 3 yards. Wow.
Now the Rangers got first and goal from the 9-yard line.
You got to give the Methuen quarterback credit on that one. He did it all on his own. Well, at least with no help from any of the football players.
1st down and goal. This is prime time for the Lions defense if there ever has been one.
Bard on the carry.
Bard on the carry. He's ahead.
Maybe a gain of 1.
To about the 7-yard line, it looks like. He does look like he's from about the 7-yard line. Really, Chelmsford needs to get down on the ball and.
Chelmsford needs to start popping some people down there, firing back, controlling the line of scrimmage.
Webley rolling out. The pitch is to Bashara. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Methuen.
I don't know how the Methuen quarterback got the pitch off on that one, Dan. He was absolutely smothered. Chelmsford reading the play well, just not able to, unfortunately, stop the pitch.
It was a great leap, I do say, over Dom Lacapo, who unfortunately couldn't make the stop.
All right, folks, after the point after touchdown attempt.
Guess who called that timeout?
Chelmsford called the timeout.
Chelmsford called the timeout. 2:50 remaining. Looks like they're coming out for the extra point.
Jeez, I'd hate to go 0-0 and 11 this year. Talk about asterisks. Hey, folks, you know, after this PAT attempt, don't go anywhere and do anything useless like refill your drink or go to the bathroom, because we're going to have another commercial coming for you.
See the Chelmsford huddle. That's number 1, Don Lacapo. Number 15, Phil Coder. Number 87, Matt Coder. Number 77, John McIsaac, a defensive tackle, a sophomore. 40 sophomores came out for the JV team, for the JV varsity team this year.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You get those young kids, get them fired up, build a feeding system. Of course, you know, the Pop Warner programs, they're doing a fine job, too.
And the crowd wants the PAT.
Rangers are going to go for 2, going for the win.
Webley over center from 3 yards out. The snap. He's going to try going around the outside. Pitches into the end zone. Touchdown. PAT good. 2-point conversion far into the end zone. Great flip back.
Doggone it, I'd eat my hat if I had one.
I got one in my bag, but I don't think you'd want to try that.
Well, it's that pitch play that we've had a hard time stopping the entire second half.
Methuen has taken an 8-7 lead, hitting the 2-point conversion.
Well, Dan, I'm a little at a loss for words. Unfortunately, that doggone pitch play they've been running
Getting ready to kick off for the Rangers, number 31.
all night, Chelmsford just hasn't been able to stop that pitch man. If they could just get to the quarterback a little quicker to keep him from getting the pitch off.
It's going to be Bashara to kick, who's done just about everything else for the Methuen Rangers except attempt to pass. The kick is a good kick. Way deep. Down in the end zone. Touchback. Wow, what a kick by Bashara. He just unleashes Chelmsford is going to start from their 20-yard line.
You know, somehow I have the feeling that if Methuen had gone for the tie, the kid had been able to do it. That was a nice kick, one of the nicer kicks we've seen since we've been doing this, Dan.
Just a great kick. I've never seen him hit it to them.
Unfortunately, he's wearing the wrong color uniform. So if, what's the kicker's name again, Dan?
Bashara. What's his first name? His first name is Brad Bashara. Hey, look, we're on TV. Or we were just a second ago. Campbell with some room. He breaks free. Great run by Chris Campbell ahead to the 41-yard line.
Chris Campbell, unbelievable, loping out to about the 40, almost the 45-yard line of Chelmsford, giving him a first down. Just absolutely gazelle-like out in the midfield, broken running, unbelievable.
Seems like you just can't stop Chris Campbell when he has the ball. Dropping back to pass, he's looking for a man open, and he's got it to Ken Fielding.
Pass complete and out of bounds. That'll stop the clock again as Chelmsford's in their hurry-up offense.
About second down and 3 or 4 yard line from the 47-yard line.
Now, the officials ought to be moving this Methuen coach back. He's way too far out into the field.
Campbell's going to keep it himself, but he gets wrapped up for a loss of about 3 yards. It's going to go to third down and about 6. Offensive line not offering much protection that time.
Well, unfortunately, I think the way the play was designed to go, it looked a little broken.
Third down, Campbell dropping back to pass. He's got a receiver open and ahead for a first down.
All right. Chelmsford's hurry-up offense looking real good tonight.
About to the 49-yard line. On the reception, I believe that was number 88.
And the head zebra has given us a 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to go, ladies and gentlemen.
If Chelmsford can get back down the field, they'd almost be assured of the victory. Chelmsford coming out onto the line. It looks like the linesman is backing up the Methuen coach, but he's trying to get some room down on the sideline. So it's Campbell over center, first down and 10. Lone man in the backfield. Campbell's got some room.
Go, come on.
Trying to cut around the outside.
Go.
And out of bounds about the 31-yard line. More than enough for a first down. That's about a 20-yard pickup. 17, 18 yards, I think.
Now that's Chelmsford showing you exactly how downfield blocking should be done, making blueberry sandwiches downfield as they've opened the way for Chris Campbell to get the first down.
Now it's a first down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Campbell doing an outstanding job running the ball. Now Campbell again over center, dropping back to pass, looking for a receiver. He's in a little bit of trouble. Gets tripped up by number 61 for the Methuen Rangers, Bruce Woodard, and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he got about a yard.
That's okay. Campbell had the presence of mind to put the ball down and not lose any yardage. Minute 30 still left to go in the fourth quarter.
Campbell dropping back to pass. Complete to Fielding. Going to be down. Stays in bounds. Second down. There's going to be a third down.
I don't understand why Methuen continues to give up that short pass on the sideline, because at 4 or 5 yards a clip, they'll be in the end zone before the clock runs out.
1:08 remaining. Campbell over center is going to need to hurry this thing up. Campbell dropping back to pass. In a little bit of trouble. The pass out.
Incomplete.
And they're going to throw a flag. Looks like intentional grounding. 5-yard penalty. And a loss of down.
That'll be a loss of down. That'll bring up fourth down for the Lions.
Fourth down, and Chelmsford has to go for it.
Well, I don't know. Once again, I think you've got an example of an out-of-control official that just has to get himself into the limelight. You talk about a Republican conspiracy against the president. My goodness, what are these zebras up to?
We have a timeout on the field. 56 seconds remaining, 8-7. Methuen leading. 4th and 19. for the Lions. They have to go for it. Campbell coming out. The chant of defense coming up from the Methuen crowd.
All right, this is the make it or break it play.
Timeout, the Rangers.
And Methuen is going to call a timeout.
Trying to get the Lions nervous.
56 seconds remain in the ball game.
Unfortunately, Chelmsford's down 8-7. They played a very good game. The one play that's beat them really has been that pitch out by the quarterback, the option, if you will, and I think just an absolutely gross call of grounding on the officials' part. You know, invariably you see these local officials, they continue to try and control these games instead of let the boys play.
Methuen crowd on their feet. Campbell with two guys split. One to the right, one to the left. Campbell dropping back to pass. In trouble. The pass is incomplete. The Rangers will take over with 49 seconds remaining. Absolutely disheartening.
Once again, 50-50 drawing number 517-381.
I think our receiver was pushed.
381. Go to the bandbox.
Let's give credit to Kenny Phillips on that play. First and 10 for the Rangers. 40-yard line.
Well, folks, that certainly isn't something to bring heart to the Lion faithful.
Rangers adding insult to injury. They're just going to down the ball.
That's great. Somber mood up here in the Chelmsford portion of the broadcast booth, and a gross call by the officiating, causing Chelmsford to end up turning the ball over.
Grounding call. Third down. Chelmsford calls another timeout. 37 seconds. That might be their last. That will be Chelmsford's last timeout.
Oh, I thought that was the official doing aerobics. I wasn't quite sure. He's trying to stimulate what little heart he has or something like that. I want an independent counsel to investigate that call the officials made.
Yeah, heck, they get about an independent counsel for just about everything else.
Once again, Derek Webley kneels down.
Webley downs the ball.
Down for the Rangers.
Fourth down. Clock is running. Just the Chelmsford crowd absolutely silent.
Timeout for Rangers.
Methuen calls a timeout.
That's unusual. And no doubt they want to discuss what's going to happen if Chelmsford gets the ball back with any time left on the clock.
It's fourth down right now. Most of the Chelmsford team going off to the sideline, and now Barry McDonald and John McIsaac do as well. The Chelmsford defense on the sideline. Certainly can't say many negative things about the way Chelmsford's played tonight. They did a great job on both sides of the ball.
Well, Dan, I have to agree. Certainly an entire team effort. It's just unfortunate they weren't able to shut that option pitch play down.
3 seconds, as you see, Methuen has the ball on their own 36. The scoreboard tells it all. And it's not going to be a happy ending for the Lions. 3 seconds remain.
Well, all they've really got to do is down it. It doesn't matter.
30 seconds remain in the game.
Moving them in tight.
Back away
to center, and that's it. That's it. That's the 3 seconds.
Well, unfortunately, Dan, we've got to chalk up a loss for the Lions this evening. Certainly through no fault of their own. They certainly played hard, held the lead through almost the entire game. That's that darn option pass coupled with what I really consider a questionable intentional grounding call by the official. Chelmsford driving, Chelmsford moving the ball well in their hurry-up offense, and then this guy's got to throw a flag for something like that.
Well, unfortunately, that's the ball game. 8-7 your final score from Nicholson Field.